why? I don't know why you would do spray tan rather than
No, not
just
spray
UV
tan. I went to
tan.
the tanning bed.
Oh no, that's very carcinogenic. Like you will probably get cancer if you use that.
So don't use the tanning salon.
No, no, no. Use actual UV rays from the sun. And there's a little bit of nuance that's like, you want what's called UVB rays, right? Or say you want to block the UVB rays and tan with the UVA rays. So you want to be using SPF on your face while you're tanning, and you might think, oh, well, that's counterproductive. But no, there's two types of ultraviolet rays, and all American sunscreen brands only block one of them. So you still want to wear the American brands, but if you're trying to actually protect your skin in the long term, you need SPF with PA+++. Now, this additive also blocks the second type of ray, which is UVA, because you'll notice you still tan pretty effectively just wearing American SPF. It's because you're only blocking one little bit of ultraviolet. But that's just an autistic tangent. Doesn't really matter that much. The point is, Melanotan 2 is going to be phenomenal for you.
That's a peptide.
Correct.
Okay, and where do you get peptides?
Um, I
Okay, yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, well,
yeah.
not on
Understood.
stream, but
Understood.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, also, I noticed the first stream I saw you were with Nick and you had a beard. You went clean shaven since.
Yep.
What's the reasoning for that?
So the beard thing was just I wanted to be more authoritative when I went to this thing called Locked In, right? I wanted to, increase my masculinity a little bit because I had to go and essentially tell a bunch of fucking idiots like how things are, and impress a lot of people. So the beard max was like very essential for that. But I look a lot better clean shaven, man. The beard is just it doesn't grow in full. I might as well go for like the youthful looks while I still have them, and then maybe the beard in the future.
I had a beard for like the past 3 years. I've been going clean shaven for like a couple weeks now. My dad said that I look like I'm 10 years younger with the clean shave. I want to rock this for 2020 and no more bald. First stream I had like the bald look, growing out the hair.
Oh yeah, that was not good. Yeah, I mean this is no, this is definitely a lot better of a look. I like the clean shaven, but maybe just remove like the stubble, goatee and see how that looks. You think that would be
No,
too much?
I got it. It just grows quick. I have to shave like fucking and then you get one of the worst things is when you shave frequently is you get the rate because mine grows in like 6 hours. I shave and immediately like I shaved yesterday, but you get the fucking razor bumps everywhere.
Dude, I didn't know that like you get the fucking hairy gene when you convert to Islam. I thought you had to actually be hairy. You know what I mean?
Part of the shahada,
So
something
yeah,
about
dude,
it.
fuck.
It's
Yeah,
like
and I was saying on stream the other day, it's funny because I was saying how like you and Nick, since like are very like trustworthy people, like I consider you guys good friends, and the reason for that is because if someone is willing to stand so hard on their religious principles, that's not someone who's really gonna fuck you up. Like that's someone with backbone, right? So I always like to surround myself with people who are devoted religious wise or devoted to something in general,
yeah.
you know.
It sounds like I mean like the people around right now. Do you have any religious people? Thanks for saying that. But do you have religious people around? Like you got the girls in the crib, the security guard, who's that other guy on Facetime? You said Cookie.
Huh? Cookie King, you know who that is?
No, no.
Oh, no, no, no. No, honestly, there's no one who's religious
I'm
that's
a
around.
Christian.
You are not a Christian.
I love Jesus Christ, even though no, I would not put myself as a something we looked at as an example
We
of,
were just
of
fucking
a
off honey packs. Are you fucking kidding?
yeah, no, I did just try one, but I didn't do anything. Anyway,
We
I would not use myself as
look at the
as
bed.
example of like a solid example of a woman of Christ, but I do love Jesus Christ and I stand by that
That's good. That's
till the
great.
day I die. Yeah.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
great.
we'll
I mean,
see it out.
she's not perfect, but at least she still has some devotion, right?
Yeah, man.
Heavy devotion. Even though I am not perfect, you're right.
Okay.
love Jesus. I will proclaim that to the day I die. But
Okay.
that's
Well, yeah,
devotion
you
right
can
there.
love, but that's the thing.
And
It's
I
like,
do respect him, and obviously, like my relationship and path is something that I have to work on every single day, and it's not something.
no, don't work on it. I
I'm
like,
not super proud of,
let's
and I
keep
wouldn't
doing
use
the honey
myself as
pack
an
fucks.
example. Obviously.
All right. Yeah. But anyway, dude, yeah, no one,
Dude.
no one around me is really too into the religious stuff. I consider myself just devoted to my cause of like accelerationism and individualism. So I don't really have like a place for theology to necessarily fit in. It's like it would be hard to kind of intermingle that with religion. I would have to like rethink a lot of my standpoints.
Right. So, where's your thought process with individuation right now? I could tell that you're focusing on that. I think that's something a lot of people are seeking. I think like the number one question I get asked people like, oh, how do I find my motivation? How do I find what should I do? And it's a lack of individuation. If you don't know what to do, you don't know who you are. Where's your process with individuation?
Right. So, the reason I think that is because I've just been very disciplined. We're living in a societal hell essentially. So, for you to waste your time and resources trying to uplift this entire group of people, which is your peers in your country, it's counterproductive, and that time could be much better spent accelerating yourself as a man. So that's kind of the way I think about it. It's just like, where are you spending your resources? Are you spending them on other people, trying to save a lot of the times hopeless cases, or are you trying to, perfect yourself and really like iron out all your metrics? It's kind of one or the other.
No, but where's how are you developing your you know your individual, how are you finding your process and separating yourself from the herd and figuring out who you are, if that's your main purpose right now? What information are you taking in? What have you discovered about yourself since you started doing a lot more content? I'm wondering what that process is like, because a lot of my stuff has been I've been almost streaming for 4 years now, doing content for 13, and I've got to learn quite a bit about the way I think, how I react to things, where my cortisol raises, what I give my attention to. Where are you in this process?
Well, so I would say the most important thing and the most unique thing I have going for me is I quite literally have no agenda whatsoever, like I talked about before. And that gives me just like so much more insight and so much more clear vision on the world and society. Just everything like starts to make sense when you don't try to fight the direction of the world. And I wish more people would understand this, because it really helps you have that clarity that you need to kind of analyze what needs to be done in your personal life. And I would say from streaming, um, hmm, I would say I really haven't learned much, or nothing has necessarily changed. I think, yeah, I wouldn't really say that streaming has like affected my life in like a major way, besides like obviously the financial stuff. Like it hasn't really given me any like philosophical reckonings, I guess you could say.
Okay. Well,
Have you? You know?
yeah, I think streaming and putting yourself out there gives you a level of self-awareness and reflection that other people aren't accustomed to. Because if you're putting yourself out there, and you uniquely show everything, which is
Mhm.
which lets you see, letting the world respond to the way you are authentically, gives you a reflection that most people or in history have never been accustomed to. And so, you spent so much time on forums and studying this really autistic ideas about looks maxing that people are still adjusting to and will adjust to. What have you noticed about how they respond to these autistic ideas?
I think that my tactic is kind of just like shock factor. Then once I have you hooked, I could kind of explain things so well, and give people a clear understanding of like, okay, this is not as insane as it's perceived, because most normies are retarded, right? So, like the thing with bone smashing, it's like you're just inducing localized growth. But like if you see a retard with a hammer like bashing himself, you have no idea what's going on, uh, you're hooked, right? You're like, what the fuck is happening? Then you get that clear explanation, boom, you're in, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of just like my methodology, I guess you could say. Shock factor explain.
I always got the sense that I even saw in the beginning of the Michael Knowles podcast. So you're saying like, "Oh, I'm gonna get." You don't have to answer this, but my perception is like, I don't actually think you're gonna get the double jaw surgery, and I don't think you're gonna get the leg lengthening surgery. I think that's part of
No,
the.
I'm not gonna get the leg, I'm not gonna get the leg lengthening surgery, but I am gonna get the jaw surgery.
I always thought that was like even the meth too. It's like this provocative. People are like what, and they get confused, and then they get hooked in. It's like Trump with the racism. He says something racist, and then people listen to what he has to say. The shock factor is the clickbait to bring people in. And so you're
Yeah,
full. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, but dude, the thing is, I'm being like fully serious about like everything, like with like, math. Like I was fully serious. Like I am getting double jaw surgery. Like I don't LARP like at all.
But why
You
not
know,
the leg lengthening surgery anymore? You're 6'3".
dude.
You could be 6'7".
So it's just like a reanalysis, right? I'm like, okay, what's the ROI on it? It's all about ROI. Is this worth it for improving my life? And I decided I could improve myself as an individual a lot more in a year, being able to actually fucking walk, and grow my status and grow my wealth, which is gonna, actually overtake being 6'7", and being out of commission for a year and like losing all my streaming momentum.
You
So it's
think it's
just
true
like,
that
okay, now
good?
so I could be a mogger in terms of like physical domination, or I could be a mogger in terms of like wealth maxing and status maxing. And I think that if I dial in this metric more, the results would be better. So that's just my thought process on it.
Mm-hmm. Do you um, do you worry about the double jaw surgery?
No, not even a little bit.
Do you think
No.
Jake Paul? They're saying that Jake Paul intentionally got his jaw broken so he can get a double jaw surgery. You think that's true?
No, not at all. I don't even think that most people know what a double jaw surgery is, but I'll tell you what, after I complete my surgery, it's going to be like a extremely like revolutionary thing in terms of like um, what society's doing. I think a lot more people are going to be getting plastic surgery. I think that rhinoplasties are going to be you're going to see everyone with nose casts in 5-10 years. That's a promise. Everyone with hair transplants. It's going to be so normalized, and what that's going to do to like the gene pool. That's that's a tricky one. But from here on out, after I get my surgery and it goes well, hopefully, um, that's not something that's going to be exposed to everyone, right? Whereas double jaw surgery now, it's like so niche.
See, I'm pretty anti-surgery. I understand why people are for women, right? A lot of BBLs do make girls look better. A lot of nose jobs do look better, and every girl has lip filler, like every single one does. But imagine if you get a girl pregnant that had all these surgeries and the kid pops out and it just looks like a subhuman, deformed, low, whatever. You're gonna be
Yeah, I mean
pissed.
that's a problem to be addressed. But the thing is, it's pretty easy to detect if someone had a
That's right.
double jaw surgery, with just a simple CAT scan MRI. Then you're going to see all the titanium in their face.
What about? Did you see a Millie Bobby Brown, the Stranger Things girl? She just showed up on. She kind of looks like Gypsy Crusader. She is the new Stranger. How is her surgery?
I haven't seen her yet, but I don't really think she was the best looking before. She's got a pretty long mid face and everything.
Okay,
So
I'll show
not
you
a
a
fan.
picture. I think this is because I don't know what the work she's done. I'll share my screen.
Holy shit. Okay, let's see. Damn, that bitch looks like shit. Okay, it looks to me like she had filler into the nasolabial folds right here, which is giving her that chipmunk look. So the reason that you get this when you do filler is because the goal is not to actually create volume and add volume to lift these, the goal is to remove it, right? Because what is a nasolabial fold? You have a vein right there along that little fold called the facial vein. And as your fat migrates down from your under eye region, it accumulates on this vein, which creates this fold. So it's completely retarded for these fucking med spas to come in and add more filler. It doesn't make any sense. The problem is you're getting volume there. So why the fuck are you putting more? The answer to this is actually doing fat dissolvers, because you will never lose fat in this region. You will only gain it. So you have to dissolve this and flatten out this subhumanity. But it looks like she had a nose job here.
Yeah, I think she's Botox, nose job, definitely lip fillers. How old does she look on this picture?
Dude, like she could look 30, not even gonna lie. Just those under eyes alone.
Yeah, she's about your age. She's 21. I thought she was. Sometimes she looks pretty attractive, but this
Right.
one, it's like this is just an egregious amount of work done right before a Netflix show.
Well, dude, the thing is, it's like there's work done and it's like there's proper work done. So if like a bitch is just I think people get the wrong idea about surgery because what they are seeing is filler, which is horrible. There's no reason to ever get filler. It sucks. So what you kind of want to, do is actual bone osteotomies, so you could actually replicate what a human would look like, whereas filler does not. So that's kind of where like the disconnect is. Like people don't even know what like an osteotomy is.
Hmm.
Do you even know what that is?
I have no idea what that is.
It's like where you are essentially cutting a bone in half and then advancing it.
Okay, has
It's an
anyone in
osteotomy.
any LA people who's done osteotomy?
Dude, that's the thing. Literally no one. I will be the first person. Essentially, 6 patents were created just for my surgery.
Oh, so you already have this confirmed and everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, six pat. So it was illegal beforehand.
Not illegal, but this is like completely revolutionary stuff. So obviously the designer wanted to patent it. Makes complete sense.
What about Simon
Yeah,
Cowell?
another filler and Botox botch. That's really fucking bad. It looks like he's done a lot of tanning as well, which is probably the reason he's got such bad fucking skin damage in all these pictures. But yeah, no, he looks horrible. Looks like we had some sort of canthoplasty, definitely chin filler, and Botox everywhere, essentially.
So who's an example? Because every time you hear about plastic surgery, it looks terrible, but probably because of the effect of hair transplants. The best hair transplants you don't even notice because they look normal. Does anybody? Are there good examples of proper plastic surgery in Hollywood?
Proper plastic surgery in Hollywood. Well, I mean, there's let's see what we got here. I mean, Bella Hadid had a pretty good surgery result. The Kardashians also did pretty well. So I would say that those two, probably. Let me look up Bella Hadid. I don't know, see what you think.
Yeah, Bella Hadid. See, exactly. I don't think of her as somebody with plastic surgery, and that's exactly how it should be. It should go unseen. It should go undetected.
Yeah, no, exactly. Before and after surgery. Here we go. Yeah, no, exactly. So she had a really good result, and she didn't really do much. You know what I mean? So yeah, the bitch. Here, wait, I'm sending on Discord. Fuck, my PC's lagging hard. What the fuck? All right, here we go. What do you think about that?
Don't want to
I'd
leak
say that's a
anything.
pretty good result. I mean, obviously, so she had a canthoplasty. It looks like she had potentially
Oh
chin
wow.
filler. I'm not too sure. She had a rhinoplasty, Botox. It looks like, and it looks like she had like lifting threads in her eyes as well. She looks really good.
Yeah, yeah. That's a really good job. And she
Yeah,
must be
so
in her
that's
mid
like kind of
thirties.
what. Yeah, I don't even know how old she is. I'm not too tuned in with fucking Bella Hadid, but yeah, no. So there's a lot of good results. I mean, just take a look at the Kardashians too. All of them had phenomenal surgery outcomes.
Even their BBLs, you don't think it's disproportionate. Sometimes when you see bikini photos, it looks a little bit ridiculous.
Disproportionate.
Yeah, they look like
Yeah, no,
ants.
it's certainly disproportionate, but it doesn't look bad because of the BBL. It just looks like excessive fat storage. It really does look pretty natural to me.
Did you see Kylie Jenner on TikTok? She detailed the surgeries she's done, which I think is a step in a positive surgery direction. You know, instead of running away from it like how they usually do, she was descriptive about what she did and what she didn't do.
Like Giselle Bundchen walking into a plastic surgery clinic with a fucking burqa.
Giselle, oh, Tom, is that what she did?
Yeah, and she got caught. I don't know how, but they got her. Dude, I can't even believe the level of like TMZ and shit, you know?
They're gonna come for you. So they're gonna see you at the airport. They're gonna follow you around. And they're fucking. I just came back from LA, man. They're creeping in every corner.
Oh my God, man. I mean, it's already brutal enough. I find it like kind of weird. Like a lot of times people will just like start recording me on like the back cam and I'll be like, "Do you want a picture?" And they're like, "No, I'm good." Like, why the fuck are you recording me then?
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah, that's a new
So
phenomenon. Where I've seen that too, but
yeah, dude, it really doesn't make any sense. Like, look, guys, here's clavicular. It's like, dude, it's really not that cool, you know?
no. I,
That's how I always think about it. I'm like, dude, I promise you guys I'm really not that interesting.
what is the offshoot? What has the reception been like from the fans recently? If they saw some of that in the vlog we did in Fort Lauderdale, which looked like O Block, and everybody was very receptive. A lot of people were saying like, "Oh, rate me," and this. What's it been like recently?
It's been bad, but I've just been more like I would say more like brutal, I guess, about when people ask. I'm like, when someone asks to rate, I'll be like, there's literally not a chance in hell, and I'll be pretty loud because there's usually like a crowd of people that'll come up and like spam for rates, and there's like idiots who are like, if I do a backflip, can you rate me? And as if I just like be very blunt, like, dude, I'm not taking a picture with any of you guys. I'm not rating any of you guys. Usually they fuck off.
Okay, but the fan. What about the fan? Like positive ones? Has it been good?
The positive interactions.
Yeah, like what have you been hearing recently?
Um, I've been hearing a lot of good things recently. They admire the consistency with streaming. I would say that probably is driving me the hardest, the fact that I stream daily, essentially. But I mean, my chat's been liking the streams. The only thing that they complain about is the organization a lot of the time. Like I'm not very good with like planning out segments, finding things to do because like it's very difficult to manage all that, you know.
Yeah. Hey, I'll let you go. I'll let you enjoy your honey packs and your shrooms. Stay safe out there. It's a big stack you're taking. You know, we want to see you thrive. We want to see longevity out of your career. I think you're handling most of this pretty great. It's a lot of stress that I think people don't seem to conceptualize how. Imagine being in your shoes right now and the stuff that you're dealing with. I think you're handling it well, for the most part.
Thank you. Well, thanks for having me on, Sneako. Take care of yourself. Have a good night.
Have a good night, man.